one day at a time. Slow process, monotonous, but you try to attack it every day. And there's no timeline. Just focus on the single days at a time, and take the little wins. I'm shooting jump shots now, and I'm gonna start jogging on the floor soon. So just one step at a time.
What's it like to have Kemba as a coach this year? How do you think he acclimated to that role and helped you guys out in that first year for him?
He gives a better perspective, and he also is not like removed from a player like 6 years, 4 years. He just retired this past year, so he's been very critical in Melo, KJ, and other guys' development, but also he's just an honest and genuine, kind person. As we know here in Boston, as we know I play with him, that's my vet. So I have nothing but almost great words to say about him. And I think that the value that he provides to this organization is priceless.
A couple years into the second apron era now, we've seen some crazy trades, the Luka one and Towns, whatever else we have in there. How have you just kind of seen that go so far in terms of how it's working out and how it's impacted the league and what the new rules are kind of leading to since you guys came up with them?
It's really just showing the teams that are willing to spend, that are willing to try and compete for a title, that are willing to trying to make all-out moves, whether it's a 2, 3, or 4-year commitment, and just focus on that. And then you have the younger groups like the OKCs, the Detroits, who did a phenomenal job of building out through the draft, so they don't have to worry about that right now. So I think the second apron has been interesting. It's something that we still won't know the true effects until 4 or 5 years from now, and we'll be able to look back on it and have a couple more, dialogue and conversation about how we can improve it.
I don't think I ever got your reaction to the Luka trade, when it happened, and just how it's gone since. So, how did that stand out to you, having played with him and been there and all that?
I'm just happy he went to one of his probably 2 locations that if he ever left Dallas, which he never was probably going to, that he'd be okay with. Like LA, Miami, maybe too. Like those are the 2 that I feel like I could see him in, and I think that he provides value to. And I'm just thankful that he's in a better mental space, because I know that trade probably crushed him, and he gave his all to that city. He's a phenomenal human being. He's a person that no matter how competitive, you play against him, the work that he puts in, and I've, nothing but positive things to say about Luka, because he's a truly, truly caring person, and he wants to win, and I'm happy that the Lakers are winning right now, and he's able to impact that, and he changed that entire franchise for the upcoming future. Before, they were like, what are we going to do after Bron and AD? Now they're like, we're pretty set for the next 6 years. So I just hope they continue to have success. The West is going to be interesting, and him and Bron is going to give us a great playoff series.
Last one I got for you is the Celtics. You saw him today. You've seen him a couple of times this year. I guess first off, how are you and JT after what happened earlier this year, and what are you expecting from them going into the playoffs?
Yeah, me and JT are cool. I'm going to say it's my dog forever. No matter what happens in our life, I'm going to have his back, and I believe he's going to have mine as well. So I made an immature, act when that happened. I reflected on it, and at the time I think I kind of brushed it off, but then I kind of, as this helpful that the injury kind of gave me a perspective too. It's just making sure that you not only are doing things by the right way, but also competing is different than recklessness. So I was able to have that conversation, and I think that's being two mature men that that's a guy that would do anything for me, and I feel like I'd do anything for him as well. So he'll always be family, and I even I told his mom, I said, you got to curse me out soon. I don't know when it's going to happen, but you got to. And in terms of the team, they shoot a lot of threes, which is fun. They have a chance to have our offensive potential, and when they make them, they're a hard team to beat no matter what. And even if they're missing them, they guard. So I think they're going to be a tough out for any playoff team. I don't think they struggle in the East. I think they might have 1 series or 2 series that they might have an issue with. Maybe if they play like Cleveland, just because if JB is not fully healthy, which I hope that he becomes that, or at least be able to play at 95 or 85% of his capacity, that they'll have success. So I do believe the team is adept to win another championship, and it's going to be fun to see who comes out the West to play them.
Thank you, man.